All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So hi, everyone. We're going to talk about the X360 Fortis laptop, the Generation 11. I'm excited about this product because it offers a tremendous value for students and teachers. So we're going to dive in, and I apologize because some of the Zoom settings are in the way of my slides. So I'm going to be like going back and forth. So basically, after the pandemic, we realized that the bar for good enough had to be raised. And so we had to make some enhancements with these products to make sure that children had 100% uptime in the classroom. They had batteries that lasted all day. Teachers could actually see what the kids were doing just by looking at that backside of their laptops. And then we also wanted to make sure that kids had the ability to connect from multiple places. So if they were at school or if they were at home, we have optional WAN connectivity or LTE in the laptop. So we just raised the bar to make sure that our laptops provide an accessible solution for any child anywhere. So I kind of talked about it a little bit, but we're going to go into the durability of these laptops. It's insane what we do and the testing that we put them through in order to make sure that these kids have 100% uptime in their classroom day, and that teachers are spending their time teaching and kids are spending their time learning and not troubleshooting. So like I just said, if a student's device isn't working properly, they're not learning, and the teacher is basically going to have to take time out of the day to address that issue. So let's show how rugged these devices are. Let's hope this works. And bring you over here. Can you see my video?
No, nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I see a click. It says click to play video.
Oh, hold on. It's not working, is it?
Doesn't seem like it.
Jasmine, you might have to stop sharing and then re-share the screen that the video is on.
All right, let's do that. I'm sorry, I really wanted this to work so well, but it's worth it. Okay. Basically, we go through extreme measures to make sure that these devices are durable. We build our keys as special, like with a skirt so that the kids can't pick them off. We drop them 1,000 times. We make sure that they have reinforced hinges, reinforced ports. Casey, what am I missing on the Fortis? I mean, it's just crazy the amount of
Yeah, we have reinforced corners, comodal trim. We have a metal protected battery. It's fanless, durable ports. Yeah. The keys, we call them pick resistant. So, like Jasmine was saying, kids are going to have a lot more difficult times to try to pry those keys off the keyboard like they would any other devices. And then they do go through our mil-spec testing. So like our other devices, we have our drop tests and heat and temperature and a different tests that we have as well that we put these devices through, along with our total test process, of course. And then from an adaptability perspective, the X360 design allows the children to learn and kind of flip the classroom in any mode that they want. So whether they are using it in clamshell and consuming content, or they switch it to tent mode, consume or create content. And then it also has an optional world-facing camera, which allows them
to also create and create content with their peers. From a battery perspective, you plug it in for 90 minutes and it's 90% charged. The battery lasts 10 hours and 15 minutes. So pretty much all school day. We have, Casey mentioned the battery plate to protect the battery from the use of children. And yeah, it's super fast recharging. And then from the pen perspective, the pen has a garage, and if you put it in for, I think it's 20 seconds, you get 70 minutes of pen life. Oh, I actually think that we might, yeah, there we go. That video should be working, but this is just kind of an example of how children can create their own content and work together on projects without having to plug their systems in. And then from a classroom interaction perspective, I love this from just being a parent and wanting to know what my kids are doing on their laptops. The laptop has a light on the cover so that a teacher can actually look out at their classroom and make sure everyone's connected and doing what they're supposed to do. And then if a child has like connectivity issues, the light color changes so that the teacher knows that that system needs to be addressed. And then here's some more information on durability. I'm not even going to try to do the video again because that was a mess. But again, we talked about this is just so important, and it's such a huge pillar of this product and why we make it. We actually took the advice of a lot of educators and administrators and IT staff within education to make sure that this product is designed for schools and is meant for students to put it through the rigors of everyday school life. Here's an example of the key. So you can see that there's a lot of engineering that goes into this keyboard to make sure that these keys are pick resistant. And I know if any teachers are watching this, they can relate to watching kids pick keyboards off or keys off their keyboard. Casey mentioned it's a fanless design, and I also want you to take a look at the cover. The cover is textured so that it helps eliminate slips out of hands, and it gives a texture so that things don't slip. Also, it helps reduce the amount of fingerprints that are on the machine, but it is wipeable and sanitizable. And then from a product tour perspective, we've talked a lot about this, but the rugged design, the rubber molded edging, the textured surfaces we talked about, some really cool AI noise reduction. So let's say I'm a student and I'm presenting to someone, the AI noise reduction would reduce like my dog's barking or someone ringing the doorbell. It offers a very personal experience when you're speaking. And then if you are in a conference room and there's multiple people speaking, and also you can set the settings so that multiple voices can be heard. In this version of the product, we have increased the memory to 16 gig. We have the most recent Intel processors, the Garage Pen, which allows you to be charging it, the dual keyboard, and that world-facing camera. That's important for students. Also the Wi-Fi 6 and the LTE capable. But just as a warning, if you want that world-facing camera, if you want the pen, if you want the WAN, you should make sure that you let Sean know that before he places the order so that we can configure it accordingly. And then I did go through this eye chart before our call just so that you are kind of to give some highlights. The highlights are the battery life of 10.5 hours, the most recent Intel processors, and the extra memory. So it's really built as a laptop. It's not a laptop light. It's got some power, it's got some performance, it's got a great battery life, and it's rugged. From a product tour perspective, you're not going to have a bunch of dongles hanging off of it. It's got as many ports as you're going to need. It's got display port, it's HDMI, just in case you need to hook up to projectors and charging ports. And then this is exciting for me because this isn't something we had before, but we have the Fortis. We have a Fortis 14-inch. We have the G11. So that's from an older student perspective. They need a little bit more screen real estate. So we all have all these features in a 14-inch. And then because we know that this kind of hardware is so important to school students, IT administrators, IT staff, teachers, we made sure that we had the same technologies in our Chromebook offering. And then I would be remiss if I didn't mention sustainability, because I am from HP and everything that we do has a sustainable message in it. So I will tell you that this product is part of our sustainability message. We use ocean-bound plastics, we use recycled CDs. Everything that we do, we make sure that we are super energy efficient and we're doing the most for the environment as possible. So I just wanted to make sure that I plugged that fact in with this product, because I know it's important to kids right now. I know my children, let's make sure we recycle. Let's make sure that we're using as minimal plastics as possible. If I use compostable bags, they get all excited that they get to bring them to school. So sustainability is important to kids as well. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. I will make sure that I get the full presentation over to you just so that you can see the videos, because they are very cool. And I apologize that we couldn't figure it out over Zoom. And then I just want to know if you have any questions.
I don't. Sean, is there anything you want to add?
Well, I just wanted to add, I'm excited about this product because I think there's a real need in this space. I get asked about this a lot from IT folks and teachers as well. And I think it's really a sweet spot that I think HP is capitalizing on now. I think there's a real need there. I guess my only question, and I know MLTI has a purchasing time window anyway, but Jasmine, do you have any sense of the when are these shipping already, or are they? Is there a? I know that they can be quoted now, but I'm just not sure in terms of when they would be available to order.
They're not constrained, so you can start ordering them.
Okay, so they're available now. Excellent. Okay, great. That was my only question.
Yep. And actually availability is really good with just about everything right now. So it's kind of an exciting time to be in
Yeah,
technology
we are.
again.
We love that. We love that. Yeah, client devices for sure. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Casey, do you have anything you want to add? Did I miss anything important?
No, you did great. The only thing I wanted to add is there was a G10 model. So the G9, G11, those we call small core. So those will have like the Intel N processors in them. The G10, if you are looking for a little bit more of a processor, the G10s have the big core. So they have the i3, i5 processors, and that will most likely be the same case when we come out with the G12. It will have the i3, i5 processor. So just wanted to let you know that there are a couple options out there.
Awesome. Sounds good. I think you can wrap up now, Jordan.